Good morning, everyone. My name's Lauren, and I'm the Lolo behind lolodidit, hand-dyed yarn business. And I'm coming to you from our new warehouse, which is totally crazy. Oh my gosh. We've had a huge transition for the past month, moving in, but I couldn't thank you enough for all of your support and love while we went through a really big move for us. We've been working out of my house for years, and even, we've been renting houses, depending on the business growing, and we just keep on growing out of it, which is just a huge blessing. So we decided a few months ago that we would need to move into a warehouse, and it finally happened. So it's been crazy, guys. So this is what it is. I mean, we've got all the yarn hung up and everything. And we're back to dyeing this week, which is fantastic, because I've definitely missed it. I've done a lot of brand new colorways this week because I needed to get all of my creative juices out. I've hardly knit at all, and I've hardly dyed at all for about a month, so this has been a really, really fun week for us. So anyways, I just wanted to say thank you guys. Your support means everything to us. This is what we do. Me and Trey, my husband, this is what we do full time for everything. So we don't have anything else. This is everything to us, and it's really grown into from a passion to a really amazing business. And I'm really happy to be a part of this community. We're both really happy. We're going to Stitches West next week, so hopefully we'll run into some of you and get to see you guys. Stop and say hi. Don't let me pass by. Last year I was there and a whole bunch of people were like, well, I saw you, but I didn't go up to you. And I'm like, why not? So please come up. Please say hi. I'd love to see what you guys are doing, what you're wearing, all your knitwear and everything. I have one piece that I'm still working on to try to get done for that, but please come up and say hi, because we couldn't be more thankful to be a part of this community. So I love seeing you guys. We don't have a face-to-face business. It's all online, so these are our opportunities to see you guys. So we're really excited to go. So to move forward, I'm going to tell you a little bit about what's been going on in my life, just like a personal note. So I didn't podcast for the first part of January, and basically because every single time I said I had the most amazing Christmas ever, I'm gonna get choked up again. I couldn't talk to you guys without crying, because I really had the most amazing Christmas ever. So now I can actually talk about it. My sister, my only sibling, she is pregnant with her first baby, and that means that it's my first niece or nephew, so I'm so excited. So I cannot wait to knit all the things. I'm sorry, I'm just so emotional. I'm so happy for her. She is going to be the most amazing mom. She is an amazing woman, and so I couldn't be more thankful to be an aunt to her little one. So I wanted to share that with you guys because I couldn't wait. I couldn't talk about anything until she made her announcement. So I was like, I can't podcast until until she tells me it's okay to tell the world. So my little knitting world, all you guys. But I couldn't be more thrilled. So I've got all these things in my queue for plans for the baby. And so the reason I'm reaching out to you is I don't have children of my own. I don't have any little people in my life. I don't, this is the first time. So I'm reaching out to all of you guys to say, give me your patterns. Tell me what you're knitting. She lives in Florida. She lives all the way at the south. We used to live there, but we don't anymore. So it's hot. It's hot almost year round, unless it's raining. And then it's still hot and muggy and humid. So, knitwear for babies in warm weather, I need some input. I've definitely thought about different yarn bases to use, and this is kind of like me talking to you and telling you my thought process, and then you guys tell me what your thought process is. But the yarn bases that I've been thinking about using are my plush sock base which is one of my favorites anyways. I use it for almost every project that I knit, unless I want cashmere, and then I knit with Lolo's favorite. But that has tencel in it, which is a plant-based fiber, and it is cooler than other yarn bases. What's really funny is when we decided to search for something with tencel in it, we were at a yarn store, Jessica Knits, that's in Phoenix. Me and Trey were there, and we were feeling all the yarn. And Trey comes up to me and he hands me this yarn. He goes, "This is cooler than all the rest. It feels cool. What is it?" And I looked up, I had no idea what tencel is, so I asked, and she tells me what it is, and I'm like, oh my gosh. So that's when I started wanting to carry plush on my shop, because it's a cooler yarn base. I live in warm weather. I live in Las Vegas, so it's a nice cool yarn base, even though I love wearing wool socks year round. So I was thinking about doing that, and then also the Dreamy base, which is superwash merino, cashmere, and silk fingering weight. And of course silk is cooler. Cashmere makes it warmer, and then merino, so I'm not sure, but to the touch, and on projects that I've knit before with Dreamy, it is a cooler and lighter fabric than it would be if I used 100% superwash merino, or my Lolo's favorite, which is my merino cashmere nylon. So those garments feel cooler and lighter to me. So if you have any suggestions or feedback or things like that, from people who do knit for little ones in warm weather, or if you live in warm weather yourself and have personal experience, I would love to know. I'm cold all the time, even in Las Vegas, even in the summertime, even in 100-degree weather. I am usually wearing a cardigan, because I'm cold. I'm going in and out of air conditioning all the time, and it's like 60 degrees to then it's 120. So I'm a cold person, and I do wear wool all year round. So let me know. I'm sorry. I'm looking at my makeup going, oh no, but I'm so excited. I can't even tell you. And I've got a quilt planned. That's what I did before Lolo did it, as I quilted for babies. Lots of different kinds of baby quilts and everything, but I would like to hand quilt this one. I have hand quilted several quilts before, including one that I use all the time, my Halloween quilt. I have it out year round. So I would like to hand quilt it. So this is kind of an opportunity for me to do some different projects. But I think I'm going to have to send her gifts along the way and share them on the podcast. Because there's no way I can keep a secret. This is why I couldn't podcast forever, because I can't keep a secret. So I'm so excited to share this stuff with you. So thank you guys for letting me share everything that's going on in my life that I'm so excited about. So thank you. Let me talk a little bit about what's going on the shop. Yesterday I put up a whole bunch of new stuff, which this has been... What's funny is we've been planning for this move for a while, so I've had some stuff like colorways that I hadn't dyed, but like ideas or like my test batch or whatever that I've had dyed for a while that I just haven't had the opportunity to do because we've been either packing or moving or, haven't had equipment and stuff like that. So now I'm finally getting to release some new colorways that I've had in the works for quite some time. So this is the first one. This is Beauxbatons. This is inspired by Harry Potter. If you guys remember the Goblet of Fire when the other schools came, they had the most amazing blue dresses, blue school uniforms on. Love them. So this is what that is inspired by. Super cute. And that's from the movie. I don't recall in the books if they had... I have read the book several times, but I don't recall what the color of their uniforms are, but I'm going to assume that they must have mentioned it because it's in the movies, right? Like, they mentioned it, right? So this is on my solo base. So pretty. This is on Dreamy. So you can easily see the differences between the yarn bases. This one comes out a little lighter, and this is on Sparkle. And this one, I just love it. I feel like you need to steal it. I haven't knit any of the new ones up yet, so really excited about this. Now this goes really well with my blue tonal that I came out with. And I started it out with only exclusively to the Olympics kits, which I had out. They're kind of waning now. It's starting to get to the end. We were just watching speed skating last night. I'm like, it's almost over. But I did have this colorway exclusive to the Olympic kits, which is a beautiful blue. This is called Pride+Joy. And this is gorgeous. I love this color. But now that I can dye it again. I have it available on all of my bases. It's available under Shop Tonal Colors, so you'll see that. Now this is one of, most of the time my tonal colors, yes, they vary a little bit between yarn bases, but not really so extreme. Like Plush Sock's almost always a little bit lighter than the other yarn bases. And then Dreamy Sock's Dreamy is a little lighter than the other ones, but really they look about the same color. But this one, when I dyed it on all these different yarn bases, it really is drastically different. So I'm encouraging you to look at the photos before purchasing, but all of the variations of this are beautiful. So this is, if we go from this side, my right to left, which is your left to right, I think, this is on Everyday Sock. The second one is on this one here. That's on Lolo's Favorite. This is Solo, and this one is Plush. So you can see there is a big difference, but gosh, all of them are so pretty. So we did make sure to put photos up of all the yarn bases so that you can see them. At least all the ones that I have ready to ship. The ones that, like Baby Got Yak, I don't have photos of the majority of tonal colors because I just don't. I don't dye them unless somebody specifically asks, but I am working on it, trying to get more photos up. So this is a new colorway. This is tonal color, and Pride+Joy is from Stevie Ray Vaughan, which all of his albums remind me of my dad. So as soon as I dyed this, I was like, I've got to pick some blues songs that this is inspired by. And so I called my dad. I was like, Dad, I've got this cool new blue. It's like your favorite blue tone that you love, and what color do you think, and all this stuff. So so he literally, we spent like 3 days going back and forth on songs and just enjoying music together through texting and calling back and forth. So it was just really, really fun. So that's where this came from. And I'm positive that you guys know the song that I'm talking about. Like, Google it. You'll know it. Pride+Joy. So that was a fun one. And then the other one, I told you on the last podcast, because I haven't podcasted in forever. And for Christmas, I surprised Trey with a trip to Kentucky to go to the Bourbon trails, which is something that he's really passionate about. He really loves those. They're, the majority of bourbon businesses were started by families. They're all small businesses that have grown, and not all of them, not 100%, but a lot of them. And so it's really fun. It's very inspiring to him. He loves watching documentaries on it. I mean, he's a freak. I mean, what can I say? I'm a yarn freak. He loves bourbon. So so we went there, and when I got back, I was like, I need a beautiful rusty olivey brown rusty color. And so I worked on this for a while. This was a hard one. I had so many tests of this color trying to make it what I would consider perfect. And so this is the what we named Bourbon, because we had such a great time on that trip. And maybe we'll go back to Kentucky. I don't know. We had so much fun. It was so relaxing and so nice. We haven't gone on vacation in to go do something historical, or go learn something, or see something that is different. We've gone on relaxing things, but not anything to learn. And this was really, really a great trip. I like the ones that you get to learn something at the same time a little bit better than the relaxing vacations. I know, that's crazy, but I do. So this is Bourbon. This is on Solo. I must have spaced. I didn't grab it on any other bases, but it looks around the same, and you'll see little flecks. Can you see that? Let me see if I can get that to focus. It's like reds and even some blue in there, and gold specks and red specks, and it's really, really pretty. So I love this. I want to knit a whole sweater out of this. And actually, I'm planning in my head the next sweater I'm going to knit. So I think this is going to be the color, because I have, I like neutrals, but I do like pops of color and things that go with each other and things like that. Now, obviously, I'm really styling today in my sweatshirt, but I work in a warehouse. I dye yarn for a living. This is what you get. The other thing that I just put on the shop is a new tonal pack. This is a little Lolo pack. I did reorganize the shop a little bit, and I have a new section for kits and sets. It's under shop yarn, and this one is, the reason why I did that is because people had a hard time finding something that was like more than one skein. So anything that is more than one skein of yarn is in kits. Anything. So it's mini sets or it's big skein sets or whatever. So this is a new one. I'm calling it I Love the 80s. So what's funny about this is we were packing orders. This was a couple months ago, I think. And somebody ordered this set together. And of course, for the life of me, I cannot figure out who it was, because I was going to give you a shout out. But if you know who you are, you know who you are. But this set, and I literally snapped a picture, and I was like, oh my gosh, I love this so much. So I haven't been able to get this out of my head since they ordered it, since I took that picture. So I had to make a set for you guys because I love it so much. I kind of want to do some kind of scrappy project, and I don't know, this is 5 colors. I think this would look good in the Genesis wrap. So that's one of my patterns. It's really easy. It's weight based, and it takes 5 minis. So it's a really great scrappy or stripy project. So I might make one. I don't know. This might be my traveling project for Stitches West. So I'm excited. We've continued the hippo theme. So I had put on the shop hippo for St. Patty's, which I do happen to have mine from last year. And it's the same recipe. I didn't change it because this is really one of my favorite hippo colorways. I couldn't think, what else could I add? What could I change? What could I make that's St. Patrick's Day? Well, this is it. I mean, this is St. Patrick's Day in a sock. And I used Lucky for the heel. And this is my own heel pattern that I'm getting ready to release. I just have to, there's so many things going on in my life. I have to finish. So as soon as I finish that, I will release it along with kits and everything. But I will give you guys a heads up when that's available. But Hippo for St. Patty's is on the shop now, along with the little Lolo pack, which is super cute. I love it. I love all the greens. I also put on the shop, so 2 colorways that I put on the shop very recently. I think it was 2 weeks ago instead of just a week ago, but I put up Yum Yum, which is something that I caked up, and I am going to knit this baby. And I'm going to do heels and toes in Folsom, and I think a stripe of sunglasses not included. Because it's such a fun colorway. This is inspired by a beer by 3 Floyds. If anybody's up in Northwest Indiana, you've probably heard of it, or I hope you've heard of it because they have amazing beer. But they have some of the coolest artwork that they use for their beer, and I love it. My dad asked me for zombie dust a long time ago, over a year ago, and I dyed it for him, and now I'm like obsessed with all of their artwork. So I'm going to be doing more of things inspired by them. Because, oh, look at this. Yes. Okay, somebody needs to make something with this. I don't know. So, all right, we've got that. I also put up Zonkos recently, and I had this pair of socks sitting on my desk, so I thought I would show it to you again. This is Zonkos knit up, and the heels and toes are That's Amore. So I thought I'd show that to you because I know that's on the shop. I think I have it available on every yarn base. The only yarn base I haven't been dyeing recently is Low Biggity because my shipment is delayed by a lot. I don't know what's happening. So I don't have any right now. I'm not dyeing any. I don't even have any for dye to orders. They're all gone. But as soon as I get more, I'll let you guys know, and I'll make sure to dye it, because I know a lot of people are asking me, and I will dye it, the colorways. It's just a matter of getting the yarn base in, so hopefully it'll be here soon. I will let you know as soon as I get it. You will see it on Instagram. So I've got that. The other thing I wanted to let you know is Hunka Hunka Burnin' Love is in retirement. There will be no more until next year. So there's a few more on the shop, but this is what it looks like knit up. I did not finish the toe because I don't know why. But this is Hunka Hunka Burnin' Love and hella gorgeous heels and toes, but you can't see the toe here. So this is in retirement, so don't wait to get it. I think I've got like 12 skeins left, not very many at all. And what else do I have? Oh, so I've got a kit that I just put on the shop literally like 30 minutes ago, and this is what I am calling the purples kit. So, oh, the purples, so beautiful. Okay, so get ready for this with a matching bag. Yes. So I'm sure you guys have seen this before, but I'm gonna go over it again. So I take photos of my own yarn. Most of the time they're all swooshy and not in a skein, but this time I did skeins because, gosh, this is pretty. I saw this picture that I had taken, and I'm like, this needs to be a bag. And I love purple. It's my favorite color. So, so I go and get the fabric printed, and then my sister's actually the one who makes the bags. Her birthday was yesterday, so wish her happy birthday. But she's the one who makes the bags and gets them to me. So a while ago, she's like, Lauren, we need a kit. And I was like, yes, we do. So came up with this with the purples. Look at that. And it's just beautiful. And I'm going to put in a tape measure, which I usually do. Every single bag that people purchase, I always put in a tape measure, and I'm also going to put in some stitch markers. But this is so beautiful. And the fabric is a cotton twill, which is like jean material, a nice sturdy jean material. And they do stand up on their own. They are a boxed bottom. And they're just really pretty, nice big zipper pull. So we've got these on the shop. There's only 7 kits. So don't wait to get yours, because I know even with the boxes, the Lolo boxes, which are my, I put one-of-a-kind skeins of yarn in them, and then a whole bunch of goodies. Those, they go really fast. So don't wait to get yours. I don't know how many are left since I started this, but go grab one, because it's, look, you can't, look at all that. These are about, I use this bag for 2 to 3 skein projects. So, literally every shawl goes in this size bag, and I love it. So I hope you guys like them too, because it's really fun. I love working with my sister. This is truly a family business. Me and my husband work together every day. My sister works with me on projects like this, so it's really fun. So anyways, go get some. And last but not least, okay, so this is my plan. I told you guys I've been working on this, that I am going to bring to Stitches West. So I have been working on the Stillwater Cardigan by Olive Knits, or Marie Green. Olive Knits is her business name. And this is just such a beautiful pattern. I have enjoyed knitting this thoroughly. Like, every single stitch in here I have just been in love with completely. So I am almost done. I gotta do the ribbing on this sleeve, but this is pretty much done. And then I'm this far on this sleeve, but otherwise, and I just need to bind off the hem. But I'm really, really close. I kind of want to finish this tonight or tomorrow so I can block it and wear it to Stitches West. And it is freezing in Vegas. It's freezing, more cold here than it is in near Chicago, where I grew up. So I am cold. So I am hoping to get a lot of use out of this coming weekend. But look how pretty this is. This is out of my Angry Rhino colorway. I knit it on my DK base because that's where I got gauge with the type of fabric that I was looking for. And so this is, and they've got this beautiful cabling detail. Really pretty. So I am thoroughly enjoying this. But what stalled me, gotta tell you my story now. So what stalled me on this is I was knitting these with Magic Loop, and Magic Loop is not my friend. I don't knit well with it. I just don't knit quickly, and it's frustrating to me, especially when you're turn, especially on a sleeve. So I was getting really frustrated, so I ordered, I couldn't find 12-inch circulars on a couple of the websites that are usually my go-to for knitting needles if I don't carry them on my shop. And so I finally went to Amazon and grabbed them. Well, they showed up, but they're the wrong size. So then I went to my local yarn shop, and they didn't have them. And I was like, oh my gosh. So finally, I just bit the bullet. I decided, because this is what happens with every project. I'm like, I'm knitting along, and then I can't find the tool that I need, or the needles that I need, or something like that. And that's mainly my fault because I'm a space case and don't pre-plan. But, that being said, it is frustrating when you can't find what you're looking for and what you need. And so finally, I turned to Trey, because he was like, oh my gosh, you cannot find these needles, and you're going so slow on something that should be fast, because I knit socks fast. This is DK weight socks, like, come on. And so, I was like, I just need to order these for the shop. I just need to make sure that I have all of the needles that people could need, because I am not the only one that has been frustrated by not having the right needle. So I got all of them. I think we have almost everything that Chiaogoo carries. So let me show you. I'll just show you something. I got all of this size double pointed needles. These are 6-inch needles. I got all of the different twist cables. So I used to only carry the small size, but now I carry both large and small on the whole range of all of the cables. I have all of the needle tips if you want to just get another needle tip. I've got the kits that are size 2 through 15. I didn't get all the different kinds of kits that they carry. I got the full set. Now we have 12-inch circular needles on all the sizes. We've got 9-inch circulars, 12-inch, 16-inch, 32, and 40 for all of the different fixed circulars. So if you are a fixed circular fan, because I am. I like using fixed circulars on some projects, so we've got them all. And it was mainly because I could not find what I was looking for. So now I have it, which is so exciting. Once I got the circular needle, I knit that whole other arm. I was like right here. I knit this in one night. Like just wet and wet and wet. So that was really exciting. This one, I did an Instagram story, but so the one that came in the mail that was the wrong size, well, I didn't look at it. I thought it was the right size, so I knit like 4 inches on this sleeve, and then realized it was the wrong size needle, because I don't know what's wrong with me. But the gauge was off, and it looked really funny, and so I tore this out last night. I tore the whole sleeve out yesterday, and I knit it again. So this is redone. So I would have been done with this if I didn't have this needle fiasco, but no big deal. I'm hoping to finish it tomorrow or the next day, and then I'll block it and wear it, and then I'll do a podcast next week and show you what we did at Stitches West. Please come up to us. Please say hi. I'd love to see you. I know Trey, Mr. Lolo would love to see you guys too. We have a blast. We had a blast going last year, and we've met so many more people in a year's time that I cannot wait to see you guys. So please come up to us and say hi. Last year, people were like yelling, Lolo, and I'd stop and be like, who is that? So please don't be afraid to come up to us and say hi. We'd love to see you guys. So I think this is it. This is it. I hope you guys have an amazing week. I am recommitting myself to doing this every week, and especially now that I have a space that's already set up to record. Hopefully it'll make it a lot easier. So I hope you guys have an awesome day, have an awesome weekend, and I will see you guys next week.